The iconic American family farm. When looking back at days gone by, these sprawling fields had one purpose: to sustain the family tending to their care. But as the country changed in the 1900s, so too did a farm's function. If the land was lucky enough to stay within the family and avoid development, newer generations had to find ways to make their homestead relevant in a modern society. For some, it can be an evolutionary struggle. For others, the challenge is an exciting endeavor.
We're kind of uniquely positioned. We are about 45 minutes out of Traverse City, which is a large tourism area for the Midwest and quite frankly, a lot of the country. We have Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes, which is a national lake shore that's about an hour and a half from our destination here, but we also have Mackinac Island, which is about an hour and a half. So you're sandwiched in between two of the most well-traveled tourism destinations for the summertime. My brother and I knew we needed to make a change. We knew that livestock wasn't going to be our future. So we sold all the cattle. We got rid of all the equipment for supporting the cattle. So we planted a vineyard, and lo and behold, the vineyard took off. Cellar 1914 represents the year our great-grandfather started the farm. We wanted to create a historical place where people can come, enjoy wine, enjoy cider that's handmade, estate-grown, where we grow wine grapes, we grow cherries.
With a recent uptick in agritourism, brothers Greg and Rob Shooks knew that had to be part of the business strategy. Opening the farm up to visitors as a place to visit, kick back, and unwind was a logical first step. And while they still maintain a successful cherry harvest, the brothers also capitalize on a different fruit that grows quite well on this land.
Lake Michigan moderates our temperature along the western side of the state, so we call that kind of the fruit belt of Michigan. And so in the spring, that lake stays really cold, so when the prevailing winds come across the lake, it keeps our buds nice and tight. And then when they start blooming, we could avoid those frost events. And then in the fall, when the lake is warm, again, those winds come across and they keep the area a little bit warmer. So we can ripen wine grapes here really far north, which is unusual.
We needed a fall specialty crop. We were doing corn, cattle, soybeans, cherries, and we just needed something in the fall that we could produce and make accessible to the general public. And we sat down, put pen to paper with everything, and decided that we had a story to tell. So we came up with a winery and made it very family-friendly, family-oriented. Your kids are welcome here, your grandparents are welcome here. Enjoy the wine, enjoy the hard cider, enjoy the food trucks that we have going on, enjoy the live bands that we have playing.
Family businesses come in all forms, and regardless of the business, change is inevitable. In this case, it's a farm with 4 generations of people who've embraced the need of changing with the times and not giving up on what the land means to them.
The winery has become the heartbeat of the farm. It's taking over what once was. So it was just a family farm with, a lot of picturesque views and livestock and but now we've opened our doors to the public and enjoying the views, enjoying the property, just sharing the family love.
Over 100 years of Shooks family legacy lives on here through the celebratory spirit of what the farm and Cellar 1914 have to offer.
The quality of the wines is second to none, but they just won the best dry red in the area, which in the wine industry, dry red wines are king. That's what you want to make is great dry red wines. They put a lot of effort into making sure that they have a quality product. They want to make sure that the people who come here leave wanting to come back and wanting to buy more wine and just wanting to come back and take in the sights of the property as well. And their focus really is on just letting the wine speak for itself and the grapes speak for themselves. They're not trying to add anything to the wines, and they're not making the wines necessarily. They're letting the wine make itself, and they're just trying to get it into a glass for you.
Agriculture still means a great deal to our state and to our region, and we just love telling the story of it. And there's something just so rewarding to raising a grape or an apple or a cherry and getting it through the process, through the pressing for the wines, the fermentation, the racking, the process of it, and then after the time is done and when the wine is ready, you get to try it. And there's nothing more rewarding than you sitting back and going, I made that. I was a part of something. I think I'm doing pretty good.
To find our calendar of events, visit cellar1914.com or call the number on your screen.